What brought you into our restaurant today? Why did you pick colors?
Well, actually, a friend of mine was working here a couple of years ago, and he said that it's a great establishment.
Oh, who is it? I've been here like 5 years.
John McKay.
Oh my gosh, I totally remember him. He's fantastic.
Guy, the blonde girl.
Yes, yeah. How do you know him?
Well, we used to work together a couple of years ago.
He's a really good worker.
Yes,
He was
one
wonderful.
day.
Where is he now? Do you know where he's at?
I'm afraid I don't know exactly. I heard that he went back to school for his law degree.
Oh, I seem to remember that was something he was thinking about doing. Excellent. So that's the reason why you came in. He said that he really enjoyed working here. Well, that's good.
Yes, and I heard great things about the restaurant as well.
Okay.
The menu is always changing. It's kind of international culinary.
Yes, exactly.
Very interested about it.
So you've been a server at several places. I see you've trained and stuff like that. I see that. You don't have any like fine dining experience, and we're more in that direction. So we'd have to train you a lot. How do you feel about that?
I'm a quick learner, and I used to work in places where it was more of a fine dining. Not more of a fine dining, but better quality than the last one you see on my resume.
Right. Do you have any wine knowledge? Do you know anything about wine?
A little bit.
A
I'm
little
still
bit.
learning.
You're still learning about it. Okay, so we have an extensive wine list here, so you would have to really learn a lot about wines and things like that. So we'd have to see about that. Let's see. Also, I would like to know, how long have you been in the restaurant industry here?
Altogether about 7-8 years in the U.S.
Oh, in the U.S. and where else have you? Where are you from?
I'm from Hungary, and
Oh my
I
goodness.
used to work in restaurants and hosting and
Out there.
corporate events.
What would you say the difference is between working in a Hungarian restaurant versus working in a U.S. restaurant?
I think in Hungary the rules are more strict because we follow
Really?
the Spanish etiquette. I don't think that it's really working in the U.S.
So it's more, so there's fine dining, like they do, the etiquette is quite high, I see.
Yes.
So, what do you think is the hardest thing about working in the restaurant industry?
Well, you're supposed to think in advance what the guest would need. So sometimes you can't do the person because they had a bad day and it's hard to read them.
Right, so do you make an effort to read the guest and to, what would you say the most important thing about waiting tables is? What's the number
Make sure
one?
that the guest has a great experience in the restaurant.
That's a good answer. What is the craziest thing that has ever happened to you in the restaurant?
Well, we had a celebrity and she had her guest with her and they were just having fun. And the rest of the restaurant did not necessarily appreciate them having fun.
Oh, were they loud?
Kind of loud.
Yeah. So how did you deal with that?
Well, actually, we just asked them to keep it a little bit down. And
Management did that. I'm assuming
Yes.
they stepped in and did that. Okay. What would you do if you were working, if you were waiting tables and a guest berated you or was nasty to you or mean to you? How would you respond to that? If a guest said, "You're terrible server, you're awful," what would you do?
well, I would thank him for his opinion and I would put it in consideration for my next table.
Okay. Would you? That's okay. So let's just talk a little bit about food. Do you know what? So the kind of food that it seems that you've worked at, you've done Dallas barbecue. It seems like you've done like a lot of burgers and stuff like that. Do you have any experience with finer food like sushi or I don't know, like better cuts of meats like fillets or
Yes.
things like that? Do you know what braised means?
It's it's the wine. I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. That's something that we would have to teach you about. I'm just trying to get a feel for what you know. All right. Well, it was really nice to meet you. We'll give you a call and let you know. What's your availability like? Oh, you're totally flexible. Did you just leave your last job or?
No, I
you told them already. Okay, would it be okay for me to give them a call if I want to like use them as a reference?
The manager would be happy to be there.
Great. Okay. Wonderful. It was really lovely meeting you.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you'll hear from us.